Well, it's been a while, so let's get into yet another genius debunk of veganism.
Go and dive into today's topic, and that's Robert Downey Jr. going vegan. He's been vegan for like a couple years now, and yeah, it's definitely taken a toll on him. I saw a picture circulating. I thought it was fake at first. That's why I wasn't even planning on talking about it, because I thought, oh, there's no way. And no, it's real. He's already starting to really have the effects.
So Robert Downey Jr., a Hollywood actor, went vegan. Let's find out how he subsequently ruined his life by doing so.
So a lot of y'all know I'm a carnivore dieter. I eat carnivore diet.
We're off to a brilliant start, I see.
There's a vegan channel, or a Vegan Deterioration channel, and it is like, you see the comparisons. You see the deterioration going on that is so far beyond just aging. It's to the point to where it's getting harder and harder to differentiate between, does this person have, is this from meth, or has this person a long-term vegan?
Oh god, it's getting better. So this person has bought into the prime bullshit of the Vegan Deterioration channel, whereby she goes through clips, applies filters, focuses primarily on seemingly fruitarian vegans, and tries to demonstrate how veganism itself is slowly killing them. So purely anecdotes, focusing on a group that aren't really engaging in something healthy to begin with, and then concluding veganism itself is something that is leading them to like kill themselves. It's pure, unadulterated genius.
But I will say, universally, a vegan diet long-term is not healthy for human beings. I will say that with confidence.
If she's so confident, that I really do hope that she's willing to actually debate or discuss with someone who knows about nutrition, and then she can go through all of that data that she must have seen to come to this conclusion so confidently.
So Robert Downey Jr. went vegan. Iron Man, Tinfoil Man. I believe he's been vegan for 2 years now. This is massive difference. Now look, that is a big time difference. I saw this picture on social media saying it was Robert Downey Jr. and I didn't believe it. Luckily, he still has, he's still retained some muscle because, I mean, he's built it before, but you can just see his face, his teeth, his skin color. That's what's so telling from a vegan. I feel like a long-term vegan is usually the skin color.
The image she's comparing is a 14-year difference. You can find it when you find the source of the image. I don't know what to tell you, but when 14 years for a human passes, you look considerably older than you did 14 years prior. This occurs by the process called aging. It means that you'll appear older, appear less vibrant, perhaps be less muscular. You'll just look significantly different.
For some reason, the skin just starts to look like, you know how when you stretch a rubber band really far and then you stretch it too far and then you let go of it and it's just left a little like overly stretched out?
You mean it starts to do that thing that skin tends to do when people are approaching their 50s or above, and does so more the more they age? What is she on? How can she not know?
That's what we see here from, a previously very healthy, strong looking man.
Does she think that she's going to look like a young adult her whole life? Like, is someone going to tell her? Who's going to break the news?
Just completely starting to look lifeless after just 2 years.
Why does she think these two images are 2 years apart? Like, why? I'm starting to think that a corpse you've eaten recently might have given you brainworms. So there's that. Like, would you not verify that they are indeed 2 years apart before actually so confidently putting out there? It's funny how people will say vegans are indoctrinated propagandists, but then anti-vegans come along and they seem to actually want this to be true. They want it to be true that Robert Downey Jr. has aged so significantly in 2 years that it looks potentially something of concern. Because when you see such a stark difference, in such a... Did I just say stark?
Wow, Tony Stark.
God, but to see such a significant difference in somebody over a short period of time, you know, that would be something that, you know, we would look at and pay more attention to. But considering it's 14 years difference and it's not actually the case, you get me.
Now, I do want to show some sort of comparison here. Let me find Shawn Baker Instagram. Now, Shawn Baker is a carnivore. How old is he? Gotta be, he was born in 1967, all right? Okay, so they're just like 2 years difference. Let me see if I can find a picture of Dr. Shawn Baker. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this was Dr. Shawn Baker. Here, look at him. Just 2 years difference. This is like, yeah, like night and day.
Yes, because it also makes sense to compare an athlete who bodybuilds to an actor who seemingly just trains to look aesthetically pleasing for the role that he's periodically taking. Completely fair. Big brain move.
And you can't have the excuse of like, oh, but he works out all the time. I mean, clearly Robert Downey Jr. put in a lot of work to prepare for these roles. There is no reason, no excuse why he should have deteriorated this much in 2 years.
Why the hell does she keep saying 2 years? Does anybody know?
Like I said, that Vegan Deterioration channel on YouTube just shows you everything you need to see.
This is why you rely on data rather than relying on anecdotal nonsense such as Vegan Deterioration. It would really help you navigate your worldview rather than just like looking at absolute bogus and thinking it is the case.
Now, I ain't about forcing my views on people. If someone wants to be vegan, go ahead and be vegan.
Sadly, you are about forcing your views. You force them directly on the animals whose throats are slit, who experience a bolt gun penetrating their skull. Pretty forceful if you ask me.
But you're really throwing your health away for animals. I would not advise that personally.
Well, hopefully you have some data to prove that you would indeed be throwing your life away if you went vegan. Otherwise, taking your advice would be about as useful as a concrete sponge. I'd love to go through more of the video, but apparently veganism is intrinsically giving me a disease, so I don't think I can physically risk it. But until then, I've been Vegan Gaze, providing you with that vegan content. Can you please smash the like button so I can actually get nutrition in today? That would be really good. I do hope you're well, and until next time, salat. I will see you soon.